Hey, today we're going to talk a little bit about how to properly clean your horse's hoof. If you did not check out our other video about how to pick the feet up, you might want to look at that one first. But if you know how and you're pretty comfortable picking your horse's feet up, jump right in and take a look at this. Okay, so we want you to really pay attention to the horse's foot, because there is a really live, sensitive section that they call the frog, and I'm going to show you where that is. And then there's the sole part of the horse's hoof that's not quite so sensitive, but you want to be cautious about digging into certain areas, and you want to know where things are. So let's take a look down here at Sonny's feet. Sonny's got nice, big, round, heavy feet. Okay, so remember, I want to keep my feet parallel to his feet, and he's being very kind and lifting his hoof. And I'm going to set my equipment right there in front of my feet. Now I want to make sure that I have a good hold of his foot, so I'm going to support his hoof with my left hand underneath here. Okay, and as I said, we want to take a look at the design of the horse's foot. This is the sole, so if you can see, this is the harder part of the foot, and this part right here in the center is what they call the frog. And the frog is a triangular shape to it. So you see these grooves right here, and it goes to a point, and there's grooves right here that come out. Now these are the bulbs of the heels, so we don't want to dig or anything on there. Sometimes we do get mud on there, so we can brush it off. And there are different picks, different calibers, and this one I like because it has the metal pick right here, but it also has a little brush right here that I can take, and I can brush any excess dirt or loose dirt away from the bulbs, and it gives me a better look at the foot itself. And since it's not been real muddy out, it's been real dry this past week, they don't have a lot that they're coming in with, but this gives me a better view of what that foot looks like. So what I want to do is take my hoof pick, and I want to pull anything out. Mainly I'm looking for rocks, twigs, anything that can get buried down in here, because if you have a sore foot, you have a sore horse. No foot that's working, no horse is working. So we want to make sure we limit anything, any kind of objects that might get down in between here. And I want to go from this point right here, away from the heel and towards the point of the frog. And if there's any debris in there, I want to get that out. Same thing on this side. I turn that over, and then I can sweep anything out. If I get things in here in the crevice around here that might get in between the wall of the hoof, I want to make sure that I can get that debris out. It's also good if you like to have a wire brush, and take that wire brush maybe every other time you clean that foot, and take that wire brush and just go all over really good, especially if you are in an area where you have a lot of gravel, and our horses tend to walk down a gravel pathway in order to get to the pasture. So that is basically how to clean your horse's foot. Now I want to make sure that my feet are not in his way as I release his foot and put it down. And that's the same thing you're going to do on all 4 feet.